Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and you're watching CGHOW video. Today I created this space beam effect in UE4 Niagara and I will create this from scratch for you guys so you can learn from step by step how I created this. So let's start this tutorial.
CGHOW. CGHOW.
First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So I have this folder space beam and this is the reference I found on here on cghow.com. I put this link in my description and this is done in Popcorn FX as mentioned in heading in Unreal 4 and I will create it in Niagara again. So let's see how I created it from scratch. So first we need a sphere. So I will create a FX. And in this scene, I will take a new label and I'll delete this, also player and light source. I will rotate it and then update the lighting. Okay, so we can check our effects in this scene. It's fine now. So I'll just save this space beam and map. So we have now this map. Okay. So in this FX, first I need a sphere. So I will delete this sprite and take a mesh render. And here, sphere. And I just need one. So I will just take a burst one and spawn ones and life infinite. So there will be one sphere forever. And it has this reflective black material. So I will create a material, M sphere. And not z black, uh, dark gray, and then metallic and specular, and roughness also point. So save this and I'll use that here in material. And I will scale this sphere maybe 5 and local. Just drag this here in viewport. So this is how big it is. Yeah, size is okay. Size is okay. Okay, so now we need these cubes in around this. So I'll duplicate this and I'll rename this sphere. Duplicate this, and this is cubes ring. And in this one, I will use a cube here. Basically, we need a cube which has a pivot not in center but bottom, but we can change the pivot in Niagara here. So it's okay. So like you have this cube and here's the pivot offset that you can move. So 50 exactly. Then I can use like 10 initially and I will reduce the size to maybe 1 and I will isolate this. Then I will take a torus location and let's make it 500 and make this 0. Then instead of random, I'll take the direct. I will multiply this with execution index. So we have now these 10, and then we need scale non-uniform, and we can increase the size on one direction, but this should also rotation. So I will take initial mesh rotation, connect it with torus tangents. Okay, and now we can rotate them like this. 0.25 means 90 degree, and now we can decrease this to here, and we can increase the spawn rate, and we can randomize the scale in height only. So I have height 5 and this thing is 0.1. So first I will make it 0.5 and this is 5, and now I will randomize it. So width will be 0.5, 0.5, width and length, and height will be 1 and 5, or yeah. And I will also use this determinism because I don't want every time randomness. So the randomness that I like, I will just use that. Okay, so let's say this is okay. And slightly, this is not perfect ring. It has slightly randomness on other axis. So what I do, if you rotate this, not this. Okay, I'll just copy this, copy and paste. Before torus, I will reset this and turn this off. So now this axis, X, I can randomize little bit, like 0.1, 0.05, 0.02, minus 0.02, slightly randomness. So now you can see. And the axis, the torus axis, so this is on Z. I will make this X, everything change. So in the rotation, you need to hear Z, Y, and now I will rotate this. Yeah, 0.5, and then not this axis 0.02, minus 0.02. Just need to change this. Okay, so we have now this. I will create actually some lights so we can see it properly. Okay, so now there's this purple light on it, and you can add light, point light, and you can cheat with these also. So what I can do is, first I will increase the spawn rate to maybe 50, and I will increase this also 0.05 minus 0.05. Yeah. Okay, so we will do that later, lighting. First we need this beam and these rocks around it. So for the beam, you can simply take a slender and burning slender. So if I duplicate my sphere again, call it beam, and let me check if I have a beam mesh. So I have these meshes. This is twisted beam mesh that I can use. So need to rotate it. Initial mesh rotation on y-axis, And then this thing I will change the pivot also. I want it in center, so -12, -15, -13. Now it is in center, and now I can increase the size, but not uniform, non-uniform. 2020, and this will be like 100 or maybe 150. And now and I will also add, I'm not creating exact same, I will just take the idea. I can do my things in that what I like. So I will add a update mesh orientation. I will rotate the mesh on Z because I'm using the mesh, and also decrease this to 1010 because we will burn it, so it will increase the width with glow. So M beam. First, I will preview that mesh, this beam here. Although I have already a beam, I will not use that. So here, and then I need some textures. T, and I will take this aura texture which I have. Then pan it. And also tiling. I will stretch this. And then I will duplicate this. And in this one, I will make this 0.5, reduce this 0.01, and add these together. So we will have a random thing. And now particle color. Make it transparent, unlit, two-sided. I'll use that here. Okay. And now color. And yeah, it's okay. Uh, this sphere is gray. I have very black color here, so I will slightly light it. Then these sparks coming out of this core, and then rocks. So for sparks, I will just duplicate this beam and a streak. Isolate it. I will use sprite renderer and a radial ramp material. I have lots of, so I'll just choose a simple one. And then I don't need this, and I need continuous spawning. So I will take spawn rate maybe 20, and then velocity from con, and okay. So now I will use the velocity align, and in the size I will turn off the mask. In the size, I will use random non-uniform, and I will stretch this to like this, 500, 200, and also I will change the pivot Okay, and make the life 0.1, 0.2, 0.01, 0.05, 0.01, 0.001. Oh, I had infinite. That's why I was thinking why life is not changing at all. If I turn this off, this is happening in 0. So here in the position, I can move this on X. 200 is enough. And I will randomize this much, and in con, I can increase the area. And I will increase this particle rate also. And also 50 and 300. And same sparkle I need here, these streaks. So maybe I can do that with single emitter. And how I will do that? Let me check. Maybe I can do. So I will just turn this off, this position, and then I will take not this position. How much I was using? 200. Let me check. Yeah, 200. So if I break this, and this X is 200, so if I randomize it, A or B, 200, 50% 200, 50% minus 200. And then in con, it has this axis X. So if I break this and randomize this, no, it's not happening. It is happening, but it has some issue here. Because if I turn this off, this will work fine, but there should be gap in between. So how can I do that? Let me check, otherwise I will duplicate the emitter. Let me check one thing. Position, multiply, initial position, plot, or if I add, changing it all together. Oh yeah, we can do one thing. We can do one thing. I will not take the con, and here I will do the same thing, break and uniform A and B minus 200 and 200. And now instead of this, I will take point velocity from the center. But now there's hmm, yeah, break this. Let's add a dynamic input. Let's create a math formula. So this is default vector, and what I'll break this, and I'll say if this is greater than or less than, if this is less than 0, and if this is greater than 0, means 200 or minus 200. So if it is greater than 0, it is 200 location, initial location. If it is less than, it is minus. So, and then I will take a if float, and here I will take a boolean and or logic connect, and this is will be -1 and 1. And here this vector, actually I connected this here, so I will just copy this. Oh, actually I need to copy this and create a dynamic input here, and then I will paste that here. I did the wrong thing. I will connect this here, and then this will. Oh, I need to restart my engine. So here in this, I will make this vector and I will connect this on X. Hit apply, and here I will use position. And let me reverse this -1 and 1. Okay. Okay. I'm using or. I should use and here. Or this can be work with just one condition. Yeah. Why I was using two conditions? Yeah, because with the one condition also, this is either true or false. If it either it will true or false. So false means the other thing. Now I have the direction of cone according to the position of my uh, initial position. So this is done in one emitter, and you can see it's working. So now I can increase this maybe because this is using two-sided. So this is new thing you can do. Either you can duplicate also emitter and change the position. Okay, so next thing, rocks, small and big rocks. So for that, I will again duplicate this rock, and here I will delete this. I will take a mesh, and debris, and I don't need this and this and also this. So basically, I have this size. I will make this uniform for now, and this is just like 5. And like if you have lots of particles and you want a beam like thing which is like scaling down from two-sided, and so how you do that? Because if I paint, like you have slender location, but you want like this shape I want for my location, so you can edit your slender location. So if you take the slender location and let's make height 500, and I make life, actually I will use burst 500 once infinite life. Okay, so I have this 500, and this is like 1000. Okay, and the rotation also is this, and now I need to increase this even more, 5000, not 5000, 3000 or 2000 to 2500. Okay, so now this cylinder I can change the shape. So basically if I increase the radius even more, this is the same radius. So here in the cylinder you should turn on this enable lathe profile. After this you will have curve and you can just change your width. So from both side I have now 0 and I can add this curve. This is very handy. So you can see now we have this, and I will decrease the overall radius maybe 150, and then I will randomize this to n.1 and maybe 3, and then I'll take initial mesh rotation to randomize initially. Okay, and you can also take vortex velocity to just rotate these slowly on x-axis, and I will randomize this strength to 100 and 200, and also I'll change the size to 1.5, and this will be like 1000, because I'm using that for both side too. And then you can again duplicate this and change the size of your rocks and reduce the spawn rate maybe 100, and then you can use it 5 or 10 or 1. Okay, and this, and also these big rocks, if you want, let me change it. Yeah, this is okay. And also update mesh rotation, so update, and then I will just copy paste from here this axis random, and then randomize the strength to 1 and -1, 0.3 and -0.3, and then I'll same copy paste here, save this. Then this purple lightning also, and these streaks are very long sometimes. So for the streaks I will first change the radial very soft, this one, and then maybe 1000 sometime, or 600. Yeah, then we need that, and this is very glowy from here, so and also beam is glowy, so I will increase this to maybe 300, and then these streaks will be like 500, and also there is very glow in that, so I will duplicate this streaks, copy and paste, and what I'll do in this one, I will reduce the size to maybe 10 and 10, and then actually, yeah, 10 and 10. Then I will use uniform 50, and I will increase the glow maybe 2000, and also I will reduce this strength, so there's glow there, see. And then we need also glow here, that purplish glow, this, and also you can see the light on these rocks, so you can add light also. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this streaks once again, this one, copy and paste. And if I isolate, and I'll just make this angle 0, and I'll make the size maybe just uniform 10, and then I'll increase the life to 0.5 and 1. So this is going like covering full beam. Then I can add a light, and if I increase this, light will emit on my rocks. See? And my rocks doesn't have a material, so I will just use the same material for now. Okay, so we need light here like this. So here also we can use particle ring because light is also emitting on this sphere. So what I'll do, I'll again duplicate this streak here, and isolate this, and I don't need this, and I will take a torus. Axis would be X, and this position will I will reset this, and this torus handle will be 0, and this I will use maybe 50 for now, and then velocity from point. So these are just going outer, and then I can make them purplish, and it has light connectivity not visible now. So if I increase the velocity, see, it has lights, and then I can increase the light radius to maybe 5, and also color of this to maybe 2000, and I will hide these particles so only light will be visible, and I will make this maybe 200. So this is the one way you can do. This is looking good, not bad. Just I will add something here to cover this. So for that, I will duplicate my beam material M, what you say, raise, and let me check. Ring. So flash. Actually, I need something like this. So I will use that here. So I have this ring. I'll just save this, browse this, and here I will again duplicate this streak. Isolate, and I'll delete the light and change the material, and then I will delete this also. Spawn rate maybe 10 for now, and size maybe 100, and I'll reduce this to 100 for now, and increase the size, and pivot will be 0.50. So now if I increase the size, This is actually camera facing, so what I'll do, I'll just make this custom, align to mesh, and by default is aligned on X. And I will reduce this even more, maybe 5, and then I'll reduce the size. And then this is in center, so what I'll do, I'll randomize this axis position on X, maybe 20 and minus 20. So I think it will cover from both sides. No, 50 and minus 50. Yeah, now it's covering from both sides. And I need fade in, fade out. So I will like color, curve, and use this one, this last one. That's it. So we have light and also this. So this is the same elements, although this looks really cool. And this has also this ring coming out of this from one side, and also some smoky thing with cloud with rocks. So for that ring, I can duplicate this trick, and this was my raise, and this will be my ring. And in this one, I will search, let's save all. I will search a ring texture. So we have lots of rings, and I can use anyone. Mm, let's take the simple one, and let me check the material. Yeah, so this is very simple material. I will just browse this and use it here. It's although looking cool here also, and the color of that ring is purple, and velocity on this axis, on one axis actually, anyone, minus 500, and I'll make the life 2 and 1, and this thing minus 1000, and initial size I will use 1000, I think, and then it will scale down. So size, and just use this curve, and it will burn, and spawn rate will be like 3, and also velocity is okay. So we have ring also. I will reduce size even more. Okay, you can change the size and all thing. And to make a cloudy thing, I can again duplicate my rocks, paste here, and just change the material mesh. Instead of mesh, just take a smoke material. So smoke, and I will isolate this, and let me check smoke material. So I will use this 4x4, not sub UV, random frames. It is not sequence. So I will use that. 4x4. And size I will use uniform. I don't need this. And color would be white and one, and then I will use this, not to hue but to randomize the alpha and color shading. And just to make it like, what element we have left? Nothing. We have created all the elements successfully, and this doesn't look bad. It looks cool. So I think that's it. This is how it looks. One more thing I can do, if I isolate my smoke, this is very uh, big ring from here. So no, it's okay. And this material, I will not make that very reflective, I think. And I will make it little more darker. Yeah, it is. It can be reflective. And I fog. And this smoke is too much. And one more thing, I will use a drag in it, and I'll make it even more softer. And also post infinity. Not much. Not getting this black color. Either it is very light or very dark. And let's make this beam also smaller so it will match with full effect. And if you want to make this is like scale it from both side, I can edit the material. So if I preview that beam in the material, and if I take texture coordinate, and I need this green channel, then sign to get it from both sides. Actually two. Then I will invert this and take a power. Okay. Now vertex normal and multiply it with this, and then again multiply, connect it here. I'll take a dynamic parameter for this power and this strength, so I can adjust that in my particle. So here, if I take now a dynamic parameter, and if I make the power 2 and this is my strength, you can see I can increase the size and also decrease the size, and this power is will decide how much. Slightly I can decrease that size. Okay. Now it's perfect. So that's it. I will finish this tutorial here. I didn't left any element, I think. So not the same quality. It is looks really cool, but I just created very fast. So just wanted to show you the how you add elements. Okay, like these. I will put the files, this project file on Patreon. You can download from there. Thanks for supporting me there. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Bye bye. Take care. Keep learning.